This episode is brought to you by Communications Training for Coffee Teams, a new Map It Forward workshop tailored to get your team communicating more confidently to improve general mental health as well as business profitability. Click the link in the show notes for further details. Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Map It Forward, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar. This is episode 3 of our 5-part series on the coffee internship that is being offered at Monarch Coffee Farms in the Kona region of Hawaii. Abby, in this episode, we're going to talk about what people can expect to learn during this paid internship, because it's not just about picking coffee cherries that are super ripe. What can people expect to learn on this internship?
Oh my gosh. So people can expect to learn basically all of coffee processing, from seed propagation, grafting, to harvesting, to processing, milling, roasting, cupping,
fermenting.
What's that?
Is there going to be any? It's a big thing at the moment, the whole fermenting thing.
My goodness, fermentation, isn't that a conversation? I'd like to come back for that one. Holy cow! I don't even think I can keep up with it, folks. I'm a producer, right? Yes, we will be talking about learning a little bit about fermentation, right? And then if that is your passion, after you've learned really kind of the fundamentals and the fundamentals and the understanding of coffee farming, then we can kind of get into a little deeper dives, right? And expand into some other modules where interns will be able to kind of hone in on a skill. Maybe there's something that they really want to focus on and really want to master. So they'll get to kind of get into deeper and attend maybe some fermentation classes, some roasting, extended roasting classes. All of them are hosted right here on the farm, hosted by either myself, other producers that we do collaborations with, partnerships that possibly like Wow Cafe Yeast. Maybe they're going to send one of their experts in. We work with Gather Coffee and with Jody there, and for some extended roasting classes, and she brings with her I think he was a U.S. champ roaster, Mark Michelson. Some really great opportunities to learn from people from all over, right? I'm sure we're going to have a little Lisa Farr for some business development training.
Word
on customer acquisition planning, right? Yeah. If you were going into business, that is the one piece that I did not even know existed, right? And so then, right? And then after that, now they can develop their own project. And so that gives us the opportunity to, with having 6 months, and then when you're done, if there's something that you really love doing, and you want to continue in a career of coffee, let's use our network and connect you with. I'm not the only farmer and producer here in Hawaii. I know that Karen down at Hula Daddy is wait every day. I wish someone was here that can help me. Right? And so the possibility for job placement, if we have a spot for you and you have been a really great fit, then that happens, hopefully.
The opportunities. I remember when you and I first started talking about this internship and you were telling me what you offer, the first thought I had was, fuck, I wish something like this existed when I was a barista. I would have jumped on this to go and be able to spend 6 months on a coffee farm and be paid to work, be paid to pick cherries, be paid to understand and learn about why I shouldn't be picking green cherries versus red cherries. As a barista, I didn't understand any of that. And then to be able to understand how the whole processing method works, and at Monarch, it's not just about washed or naturals. You do extended processing methods. You have different grades of coffee. But we are talking about the highest grades of, like, it's Geshes and Pacamaras. We're talking about coffees that are not sold cheap. And so attention to detail has to happen. So that's a whole other layer of learning. It's like not just the mechanical part of, picking, processing, milling, doing all of that. It's actually, how do you do that to a specific standard?
Well, and then what do you do with the coffee that doesn't meet that standard, right? Like there's a home for every coffee and a coffee for every home. And I think that is one of the things that we have done well, is create different tier levels of offerings of our green and roasted coffee. Right? Because you can't, coffee farmer is producing 1000% most perfect, right? And so what do you do with those other things, right? And and so we've done that really well. And so we're excited to share that.
One of the biggest learnings I'm excited for people to have is like what actually the life of a coffee producer is.
The sunsets are beautiful.
But your life is so easy, right? Hint the sarcasm in the Australian sarcasm there. It's like, yeah, it's
right? Easy means takes little or no effort, right? But simple, right? It takes a little effort. But it's simple, though you don't require a lot.
Right. And it's a whole new level of appreciation. So let's say there's a barista or a roaster that's coming to do this. It's a whole new level of appreciation once you've actually worked through this process. I'm really jealous that I'm not going to be able to do this or be a part of it. I genuinely hope that one year I can do the internship, because it just sounds like an opportunity that every coffee professional should take if they can get it. And I hope more coffee producers offer it. Go on.
Yeah, it might be kind of problematic. There's going to be we would never sleep. We would talk with giggling girls all night.
Never get any work done. So yeah, let's ex-nay that. I'll go and work with another coffee producer. So when it comes to the learning, in one of these episodes, in the last episode of this series, we're going to talk about success markers for the successful applicants. Should people, before they apply for the internship, should they know some of the stuff that they want to learn?
Yeah, they should have an idea. Like they should have some, like, the words you use, success markers, right? They should have an idea of what they'd like to be more skilled at. I think that understanding what their responsibilities are, like ultimately the daily farm operations, which includes planting and harvesting, orchard maintenance. They will be participating with all of those things: harvesting, processing. So it's picking cherries, it's helping processing. But because coffee plants don't flower all at once, the cherries don't ripen all at once. And so that means that we have these cycles. It's like painting the Golden Gate Bridge. Coffee cherries ripen. We start at the top. We work our way to the bottom. And then there's like a 10-day to 2.5-week cycle where there isn't coffee to be picked. So during that time, that's when these other modules happen, where they are learning other skills, maybe participating in giving farm tours, helping with roasting, packaging, and whatnot. Marketing events. I don't know.
There's plenty. There's always something to do. If you've got time to lean, you've got time to clean. That's the saying in cafes.
Yeah. Right. But know what it is that you want.
Yeah.
To learn so that we can work together, right? Like you're helping me get this job done, and I want to help you
grow and learn and yeah, we will cover that in the success markers episode, because it's it's a real map it forward thing for us to start anything. As Abby knows very well, like what are the success markers for the end of this thing? And so we're gonna cover that in the last episode. In the next episode, folks, we're going to talk about a day in the life of an intern, during this internship, just so that you can get a bit of an understanding of how that's going to roll. So join us for the next episode. Peace, love, and peanut butter. Don't forget to check the show notes for the links to apply for the job if you are interested. Again, peace, love, and peanut butter. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in, friends. There are 2 ways you can support this podcast. Firstly, become a paid member of our YouTube channel. Secondly, you can join our Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video before you leave, and check the show notes for more information. Now, this is what you should check out next.